Hey everyone, and welcome to episode, I don't know, maybe 13, 12, 13, 14 of the Delivery Driver Pit Stop. I'm your hefty host, Michael, getting less hefty every day, but getting more muscled. This will be episode, like I said, 13 or 14. I did a video earlier today out of my backyard. I was very mellow. A lot of people will notice that. Just real quick about me so people understand. Unfortunately, I was in a really horrendous auto accident a few years ago where I hit someone head on and I was partially ejected through the windshield. I slipped through my seatbelt. It was completely their fault. Anyway, I'm a chronic pain sufferer, so I suffer chronic pain 24/7, 7 days a week. I have my good days and my bad days, and this morning started out as a rough day, but I wanted to get that video out to let everybody know that bizarre story about the sandwich battle. Anyway, enough about me and my, world's smallest violin. I just don't want. I'll do. I do GrubHub and DoorDash and Amazon Flex because even though I'm technically disabled, I'm not going to let the government support me. This is not going to be one person that's on the government toll until I'm old enough to retire. And I'm definitely not, sounds old school, and I hope it doesn't sound chauvinistic, but I'm definitely not going to let my wife support me. I was raised differently, and that ain't going to happen. Anyways, today I want to talk about a subject that's been probably talked about a lot, but I want to relay my experience because it's nice. Like I said, information is power. The more power you have, the better choices you can make for yourself, making money and in life. So I want to talk about if the premier program level for GrubHub is worth it. Big question, huh? Boy, ooh, for those that don't do GrubHub, you have to have a acceptance rate of, at least in my area, 95% or above. You have to have a attendance rate of 100%. You cannot bug out on your schedule blocks if you have them, and you cannot have a drop block rate less than 90%. So 10% is the max you can have in my area. It's tough to be a premier driver. And the premier driver, for those you don't know, those allow us to pick our schedule earlier than anybody else, a Thursday morning in my area at 10 a.m. And it allows you to have early access to big orders like catering orders if they have them. So I'm running a 98% acceptance rate, and I know I've got some heat because people say I should cherry pick, because of people like me, GrubHub continues to abuse other drivers with what they do, but I totally disagree with it. But whatever, different strokes for different folks. Pardon me, sorry. Anyway, I have a 98% acceptance rate. I have a 100% attendance rate, and I have a drop block rate of 99%. So I'm in the top 1%, I think, of drivers for GrubHub. I've been a premier driver ever since I started, so I've been doing it a while. I like to say, first, I did an experiment, and I wanted to see if premier was worth it. So, ever since I became a premier driver, since first week after I started, I have never once received a catering order. Not once. Okay? As for the early access to blocks, sorry for the sound effects. As for early access to blocks, it is nice and handy, especially if you want to, choose your schedule a week ahead of time. It makes it very convenient. It's convenient and it's nice for that part, but is it worth it? And I personally think it is not worth it. And let me tell you why. At least at this time, I think the idea of having program levels for GrubHub is a great idea. I think it's a nice incentive. However, I think they instituted it way prematurely, and they just wanted to push something out to keep driver retention, maybe. I don't know. But for example, I took one for the team yesterday. I did not schedule any blocks for me for the entire day on purpose because I wanted to see if I made more money on blocks or more money not on a scheduled block. And let me tell you, I worked prime time in my area in the evening time because lunch is kind of slow here, but prime time in the evening, I worked a 4 to 9 o'clock off block, no block scheduled. And I made a total of $139. It was nonstop. As soon as I got rid of one block, as soon as I was done with one delivery, another delivery popped up, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to see if it made a difference. So I went back to the Monday previously, and the Monday previously, and the Monday previously, 4 or 5 Mondays back, where I scheduled in even more hours in the I worked last night. And I hate to tell everybody, well, I don't know if I hate to tell everybody, but I made less money on scheduled blocks. So like I said, I think Premiere is a great idea. I think the concept is a great idea, but I think they instituted it way too early, and they need to do something to make it worth it. Busting your butt, making it worth it, because you bust your butt keeping Premiere, at least in my area, and you know, you take a lot of flack, getting a lot of lowball calls and etc. But I mean, I made more money off a block, not taking a block, not scheduling a block, than I did on a block. And what was nice about off the block, if I don't want to deliver anymore, I just turn it off. Well, you're on a block and you do that, guess what's going to happen? They're going to ding you for that, and that's not good. So maybe if they, an idea that I liked, what they need to do is do what DoorDash does, and to make Premiere worth it, do what DoorDash does. Do not allow you to work when you're not on a scheduled block. Then Premiere would be worth it, because you worked your butt off, you deserve to work. People that don't work their butt off, or people that don't keep their numbers high, then they're SOL, basically. Anyway, enough rambling. I'm going to get to work tonight. I'm going to hopefully have a good Tuesday evening. Like I said, happy Taco Tuesday, as I said in my other video. And if you liked the video, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe right there, maybe, or there. And subscribe if you haven't already. And once I get 100 subs, my Potbelly Pig Stewie is going to make an appearance, which it'll be worth every one of the subs and worth the wait. Anyway, you have a great Tuesday evening, and I will see you again. Be safe out there, everybody. Bye, y'all.